will tell you what is happening. I am saving my best friend's marriage.
When the Big Bang Theory series began airing more than a decade ago, it quickly rose in popularity, acquired a huge fan base, and went on to become one of the most watched television shows in the world. Well, it's been 5 years since the last episode of the show aired, and you might be wondering where its 7 leading characters are and what exactly they're up to today. In this video, we'll be providing the answer to just that.
I am loyal. You know, if you look at the big picture.
Well, Johnny Galecki was the dude behind Leonard Hofstadter, the lovable physicist. The show was a massive hit, ranking up there with the top TV comedies in the US for most of its run, from 2007 to 2019. Here's a fun fact. Johnny was actually asked to play Sheldon Cooper at first, but he was like, "Nah, I'm more of a Leonard guy." Good thing he stuck to his gut, because Jim Parsons ended up nailing Sheldon's role perfectly. During the show's epic run, a couple of Johnny's old buddies from Roseanne popped in too. Sarah Gilbert played Leslie Winkle, Leonard's colleague, and Laurie Metcalf rocked up as Sheldon's mom, Mary Cooper. And get this, Johnny's not just an actor. He's got some serious cello skills, which they even incorporated into the show. Talk about multi-talented. Oh, and let's talk cash. By 2014, Johnny was pulling in a cool $1 million per episode. Not too shabby, huh?
Curious, you have siblings? You have brothers, sisters?
I do. I have one of each, both younger, and they are not in the business. In fact, I think they're quite...
Galecki was born in Brie, Limburg, Belgium, to American parents of Polish, Irish, and Italian descent. His mother, Mary Louise Noon, was a mortgage consultant, and his father, Richard Galecki, was a member of the U.S. Air Force stationed in Belgium and worked as a rehabilitation teacher. Galecki is the eldest of 3 children with a sister, Allison, and a brother, Nick, whom he describes as a mechanical genius in the automotive industry. Galecki grew up in Oak Park, Illinois. He dropped out of school after 8th grade, attending high school for only 1 day. So, check it out. In 2018, Johnny Galecki hooked up with Elena Meyer. Right? Yeah, they had a kid together in November 2019. But then, like a year later in November 2020, the news hit that they split up. But hey, now Johnny's hitched to Morgan Galecki, and guess what? They just had a baby girl in 2024.
Only when your brother eats this, no one has to call poison control.
Jim Parsons, born March 24th, 1973. So Parsons totally blew away the guy who created the show, Chuck Lorre, during his audition. Lorre was so blown away that he was like, "We gotta see if this guy can do it again." So Parsons had to go in for a second audition to prove he wasn't just a one-hit wonder. And guess what? He nailed it again. That's how he landed the role of Sheldon Cooper, this brainy physicist who's like totally clueless when it comes to social stuff and loves to put down his pals. Playing Sheldon was no joke though. Parsons had to spit out all these lines super fast and keep the rhythm tight. Plus, he had to make sure his expressions and body language were on point during those silent moments. Parsons says his training at the University of San Diego really helped him break down Sheldon's lines and get into character. This TV critic, Andrew Dansby, says Parsons' physical comedy skills are right up there with legends like Buster Keaton, and Chuck Lorre, the big shot behind the show, he's singing Parsons' praises too. He's like, "Man, you can't teach what Jim has." Lorre goes on about how Parsons controls his body like it's nobody's business. His walk, his hand gestures, even his little facial twitches are all on point. Another reviewer, Louis Beale, is like, "Dude, Parsons becomes his character so perfectly, it's like they're the same person." And Parsons himself? He admits doing this sitcom stuff takes way more effort than he ever imagined, but he's loving every minute of it. And get this, in 2009, Parsons scooped up a fancy award from the Television Critics Association for being awesome at comedy, beating out some heavy hitters like Alec Baldwin and Tina Fey. Then, he kept racking up nominations and finally grabbed a Golden Globe in 2011 for being the best actor in a comedy TV series.
Thank you, Chuck Lorre. Thank you, Steve Milaro and Bill Prady.
Hey, did you catch that article in the New York Times back in May 2012? It spilled the beans that Jim Parsons is gay and has been with his partner, Todd Spywak, for a whole decade. Yeah, Todd's an art director. Anyway, Parsons opened up about their relationship in October 2013, calling it just like any other regular couple's life. Morning coffee, going to work, doing chores, walking the dogs. He even described it as boring love, in a sweet way, of course. And hey, in May 2017, they tied the knot in New York. How awesome is that?
We gambled, went to one of those cheesy wedding chapels. We had a really good turkey dinner, which was surprising since we were at a strip club.
Kaylee Cuoco. So, back in September 2007, Kaylee Cuoco stepped into the spotlight as Penny on The Big Bang Theory. You know, she's the girl living across from those brainy physicists, Leonard and Sheldon. Fast forward to 2010, and Kaylee and the rest of the cast were like, hey, we deserve a raise. So, they negotiated and ended up snagging a sweet deal, $200,000 per episode. Then, in late October 2012, Kaylee pulled off this epic surprise on set. She got her sister Brianna in on it, and they organized a flash mob with the cast and crew. Imagine this. Everyone suddenly starts lip-syncing and grooving to Carly Rae Jepsen's Call Me Maybe. It was a total hit, going viral on YouTube in no time. But Kaylee's not just about TV. She's done some movie stuff too. Like in 2007, she starred in a Lifetime film called To Be Fat Like Me. Then there were those cameos on Prison Break and a comedy horror flick called Killer Movie in 2008. Plus, she popped up in The Penthouse in 2010. Oh, and let's not forget that bold move in 2011 when she posed nude for Allure magazine's Naked Truth feature. That same year, she showed off her acting chops in Hop and The Last Ride. Kaylee's not just an actress, though. She's hosted some big award shows, too, like the Teen Choice Awards in 2011 and the People's Choice Awards in 2012 and 2013. And if you've seen those Priceline.com commercials with William Shatner, yeah, that's Kaylee playing his daughter. She's everywhere.
Well, technically, the Supreme Court wouldn't determine a defendant's guilt or innocence in a criminal matter. They could only reverse.
So, let's talk about Simon Helberg, the guy who brought Howard Wolowitz to life on The Big Bang Theory. You know, that nerdy yet lovable character with the funky belt buckles and the killer pickup lines. Helberg was born on December 9, 1980, and when The Big Bang Theory hit our screens back in 2007, he was in his late 20s, bringing all that youthful energy and comedic charm to the table. But hey, Howard Wolowitz isn't the only gig Helberg's nailed. He's shown off his acting chops in loads of movies and TV shows. Ever seen A Serious Man or Florence Foster Jenkins? That's him showing his range. Plus, he's lent his voice to animated characters in shows like Kung Fu Panda, Legends of Awesomeness, and even popped up in Family Guy. Must be something he picked up growing up in Los Angeles, where both his folks were in the biz. He went to some top-notch performing arts schools, which probably explains why he's so darn good at what he does. Before Howard Wolowitz, Helberg had his fair share of smaller roles on TV, like in The Norm Show and Mad TV. But landing that part on The Big Bang Theory was his big break. Off-screen, Helberg's all about keeping it real. He's not into the flashy Hollywood scene. He tied the knot with actress Jocelyn Town back in 2007, and they've got a couple of kiddos together.
Some bad man put us in a drawer.
Kunal Nayyar, born on April 30th, 1981, in London, England. Before his acting career took off, Nayyar pursued a degree in business administration in India before moving to the United States to study acting. His career took a turn for the better when he landed the role of Raj in The Big Bang Theory. Apart from his stint on The Big Bang Theory, Nayyar has also appeared in other projects like the movie Dr. Cabby, and lent his voice to characters in animated films like Trolls and Ice Age Continental Drift. What's special about Kunal Nayyar is his charm both on and off the screen. His character Raj endeared him to audiences with his endearing quirks and awkward charm. Personally, Nayyar is married to Neha Kapoor, a former Miss India. Their love story is quite charming, having met through family connections and eventually tying the knot in 2011.
Well, I came here to get a bottle of wine like Penny taught me to do when you're sad.
Mayim Bialik, born on December 12, 1975, she jumps into the scene of The Big Bang Theory as Dr. Amy Farrah Fowler back in 2010. Her first gig was in the Season 3 finale, where she's this potential love interest for Sheldon Cooper. Then, in Season 4, she starts off as this recurring character, you know, like Sheldon's friend who's a girl, but not his girlfriend. But, bam, by the 8th episode of that season, she's officially part of the main cast. Now get this, Amy's a neurobiologist, which totally ties in with Bialik's real-life doctorate in neuroscience. Pretty cool, huh? And her acting chops in The Big Bang Theory scored her Emmy Award nominations from 2012 to 2015 for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series. She was one of 7 quirky actresses who auditioned for the role. Before she joined the cast in the episode The Bat Jar Conjecture, Raj suggests recruiting the real-life Bialik to their physics bowl team, saying, "You know who's apparently very smart is the girl who played TV's Blossom. She got a PhD in neuroscience or something. And guess what? She's not just a TV star. Nope. During her time on The Big Bang Theory, Bialik also found time to write 2 books and co-author another 2 with pediatrician Jay Gordon. One's all about attachment parenting called Beyond the Sling, and the other, Mayim's Vegan Table, has over 100 of her vegan recipes. Pretty impressive, right? And on the personal front, she tied the knot with Michael Stone back on August 31, 2003, in this super Victorian-themed wedding, complete with all those traditional Jewish customs. Stone, who was raised Mormon, but later left the church, converted to Judaism for their marriage. They've got 2 sons together. But then, in November 2012, she and Stone dropped the bombshell. They were splitting up. And 6 months later, their divorce was official.
Coconuts.
It was such a good one.
It just came to me.
All right, let's talk about Kevin Susman. He was born on December 4, 1970, in Staten Island, New York. You probably know him best as Stuart Bloom from The Big Bang Theory. When he started on the show in 2009, he was in his late 30s, bringing a unique energy to the character. Besides The Big Bang Theory, Susman has appeared in several other TV series and movies, including Ugly Betty, Wet Hot American Summer, and AI Artificial Intelligence. One cool thing about him is his knack for playing those slightly awkward, lovable characters that stick with you. Now, diving into his background, not much is widely known about his early life. He kind of burst onto the scene in the late 90s, early 2000s. Before his big break, he did some theater work and made appearances in smaller roles on TV shows. In terms of his personal life, Susman has kept things pretty low-key. He's managed to stay out of the tabloids, which is quite a feat in Hollywood. Susman was married to Alessandra Young from 2006 until 2017. Then he married Addie Hall in April 2023. As of now, he is 53 years old.
That's my favorite superhero, the Retractor.
John Ross Bowie, born on May 30th, 1971, is an American actor best known for his role as Barry Kripke. At the time of his appearance on the show, Bowie was in his late 30s, bringing a seasoned presence to the character. Beyond The Big Bang Theory, Bowie has graced both the big and small screens with his talent, appearing in various movies and TV series. Notable among his roles is Jimmy DeMeo, the father in the ABC sitcom Speechless. Born and raised in New York City, Bowie developed a passion for acting from a young age. He pursued this interest by attending Ithaca College, where he honed his skills in theater. After graduation, Bowie ventured into the entertainment industry, initially taking on minor roles in TV shows and movies. However, his breakthrough came with his role in The Big Bang Theory, propelling him to greater recognition and opportunities in the industry. Bowie is known for his humility and down-to-earth demeanor, endearing him to both fans and colleagues. As of now, he is 52 years old. John Ross Bowie is continuing to pursue his passion for acting.
Thanks for letting me come over. Of course, please, come in.
Laura Spencer, born on May 8, 1986. Her role as Emily Sweeney. During her time on the show, which spanned from 2014 to 2011, Spencer portrayed the quirky and intelligent love interest of Rajesh Kuthrapali. At the onset of her role in The Big Bang Theory, Spencer was in her late 20s, bringing a youthful energy and dynamic presence to the ensemble cast. Beyond her work on the popular sitcom, Spencer has appeared in various other television series and films, including Bones, Switched at Birth, and Sleepy Hollow. Spencer's early life saw her born and raised in Oklahoma City, where she developed a passion for acting from a young age. She pursued her dreams by studying theater at the University of Oklahoma before relocating to Los Angeles to further her career. In addition to her professional endeavors, Spencer maintains a private personal life, preferring to keep details about her relationships and personal interests out of the public eye. As of now, Laura Spencer is actively pursuing her acting career.
I can't! I'm on the toilet!
Carolan Su was born on February 2, 1952, in Brooklyn, New York, USA. She was best known for her role as Mrs. Wolowitz, Howard Wolowitz's unseen but oft-heard mother, in The Big Bang Theory. Susie portrayed Mrs. Wolowitz with a distinctive and memorable voice, providing comedic relief throughout the show's run. At the time of her portrayal in the series, Susie was in her mid-50s, adding depth and humor to the character through her vocal talents. Besides The Big Bang Theory, Susie appeared in various other television shows such as Seinfeld, Cheers, and Grey's Anatomy, showcasing her versatility as an actress. What made Susie unique was her ability to leave a lasting impression on audiences despite never appearing on screen. Her voice became iconic in The Big Bang Theory, earning her a dedicated fan following. Tragically, Carolan Su passed away on November 11, 2014, at the age of 62, after battling cancer. Her death was a loss felt deeply by the entertainment industry and fans of The Big Bang Theory. Despite her departure, Susie's legacy lives on through her memorable performances and the impact she made on those who had the pleasure of working with her. Hey everyone! Thanks for tuning in to our journey through the lives of the beloved cast of The Big Bang Theory. From the early days of geeky experiments to the bittersweet finale, we've uncovered where our favorite characters have landed in the years since the show wrapped up. Whether they're diving into new projects, pursuing passions, or simply enjoying life, one thing's for sure: the legacy of The Big Bang Theory lives on in each of them. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more nostalgic trips down memory lane. Until next time, keep on geeking out.